Hello and welcome to Jason's Sports Show. I'm Jason Caroline, broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California. It's been a while since I've done a show. I think maybe last week I did a show. Did a couple of shows last week. Now it's Friday! Fun Friday. I'm going to a Spurs game tonight. I'm going to be sitting in a suite box. First time ever I'll be sitting in a suite box at Staples Center. Anyways, what is there to talk about today? Well, I have a certain rant in mind, but I'll go down the headlines. John Lackey says A-Rod should not be playing. Now, there's some news I should get to, but first, this is it. Red Sox pitcher John Lackey isn't too happy that he has to face Alex Rodriguez this weekend in light of the Yankee Sluggers receiving a 211 game suspension for his role in the biogenesis performance enhancing drug scandal. I've got a problem with it. You bet I do, like he says, which he told to the Boston Globe. How is he still playing? He obviously did something, and he's playing. I'm not sure that's right. It's pretty evident he's been doing a lot of doing a lot of stuff for the past few years. I've been facing him. So John Lackey probably isn't very happy to have to face A-Rod. Are you afraid, John Lackey, or is this just the right thing to do? Now, obviously, we have to talk about what A-Rod did. Associates of A-Rod, members of New York Yankee third baseman A-Rod's Alex Rodriguez inner circle leaked the names of Brewers outfielder Ryan Braun and his own teammate, some of his own teammates, to the media. So this is mostly caused by A-Rod. Is that what they're trying to say? But I mean, on one hand, you could say, well, the reason why they did this is because if I'm gonna go down, you're gonna go down with me. He's making everyone pay for his consequences. Keep in mind, Ryan Braun, this reporter, Jason Caroline, thinks that Ryan Braun deserves to be suspended. 2011 MVP, stolen away from that camp. But did A-Rod's camp do the right thing to do? If you're a non-baseball fan, you could say yes, they did the right thing. They gave the media information that should have been made public. They took cheaters out of the game. But as a baseball fan's perspective, looking at it, or as a person's perspective, it's just kind of like, if I'm going to go down, you're going to go down with me. So, A-Rod made the decision, or his team, quote unquote, made the decision to release these documents. So, there's something to say. You cheated. A-Rod's camp exposes you. The GM of I don't even know why I opened this article, but I'm gonna read it anyways. The GM of the Arizona Cardinals believes that Patrick Peterson is one of the most dynamic athletes the NFL's ever seen. He's been comparing the Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders. So I don't know what to expect Patrick Peterson this season. The Cardinals are coming off, I think, what was a 5-11 season. Let me check my stats on that one. Just a reminder, Patrick Peterson, cornerback for the Arizona Cardinals. Yep. That would be not the Diamondbacks. One thing is that the Cardinals finished 5-11. I know they had some quarterback trouble, but they were very bad against their own division, going 1-5, and their conference was not any better. So with that being said, we shall move on. So, let's see what we got here. Oh, some happier news. The Dodgers streaking and so good. 40-8 in their last game. Let's just read some stats I found here. They are 40-8 in their past 48 games. That's 40-8. Amazing. They're the first team to run a 40-8 streak or better at any point in the season since Stan Musial's 1942 Cardinals, according to Eli's Sports Brew. That's 71 years ago, friends. And this article was written by Jason Stark, ESPN writer since 2000. These Dodgers and these Cardinals are the only National League teams to rip off a streak like this in the past 100 seasons. Yeah, I said 100. Fred Merkel's 19 Merckx. Sorry, I'm really bad at pronouncing the name. 1913 Giants are the last to do it before those two. Now let's remember something that's truly mind-boggling. The Dodgers were 12 games under 500 before all this started. 72 games into the season, now they're 20 over. How crazy is that? That's the only team. This is the only team in history ever finish ever. Oh, so let me go back. So I asked Eli to determine the most games over 500 any team has ever finished after being 12 games under 500 or worse that late in the season. The answer is 14 by Wilvers D. Stargill's 1974 Pirates 88 and 74. The team with actually 12 games under as late as its 86 games of the season before it got its act together. Now, discuss this. That's the only team in history that's ever finished more than 8 games over 500 after having a record of that bad that late. And now these Dodgers are 20 games over 500. Holy smoke! So, so the Dodgers have been something amazing. Just something else right now. Well, I went to 2 games this past week. I went to the game where Zach Greinke pitched a great game, 5-0 win, and I went to a game where Ricky Nolasco pitched against I forget the name of the pitcher, but he's a young pitcher, some future talent. He's pretty good, and you know, their pitcher choked. The Dodgers came back. Nick Pinto hit a great home run to put the Dodgers on top 5-2, and you know, that's what happens. So, that's that, and now it's time for my rant. The main chunk of the show is going to be spent on this rant, I believe. It's 10:37 on the West Coast right now. If I have any East Coast listeners, get on right now. So, what is Jason going to rant about today? Well, I was at sports broadcasting camp this past week, or should I say last week, and I just started thinking to myself, cause I mean, the guys at the camp would always say, "Do you want to be the next Vin Scully?" And I really thought about that because I don't think there's such thing as the next Vin Scully. Because though Vin is a person, being the next Vin Scully is not a job. It's a role. It's a lifestyle. I'm gonna tell you why. So right now, Vin, what is he in his 30th season? Oh, no, I'm just kidding. He's like in his 60-something season, right? He's in his 63rd season. 63rd. You heard that right. He was 22 when he started with the Dodgers. 22. Or 25. My mistake. I'm not really sure how that all stacks up. He was, oh no, he was like 23 or so when he started with the Dodgers. He started with CBS radio. Oh, he was recruited by Red Barber, who brought Scully onto the team. So he's been broadcasting since 1950. Now people say Vince Scully is a great broadcaster. He's one of the best, if not greatest broadcaster, because he remembers everything. He has stories to tell. He has just these very colorful memories of people and things and all of it. He's been doing it for 63 years now. He's done everything. He's done football. He's done golf. He's great. He's had the honor of calling Don Larson's perfect game against the Dodgers. Sandy Koufax's perfect game in 1965. Hank Aaron's 75th home run. Rick Monday's rescue of the American flag, which they're gonna have a bobblehead pretty soon. Ozzie Smith's walk-off home run in Game 5 in the 1955 NLCS. Bill Buckner's muffed ground ball in the '86 World Series. Tom Bowen's perfect game against the Dodgers in 1988. Surprisingly, and then not even a month later, Kirk Gibson's dramatic home run in Game 1 of the World Series. Will Clark's penny clinching base hit off Mitch Williams in Game 5 of the 1989 championship series between the Cubs and the Giants. Valenzuela's perfect game against the Cardinals in 1990. Dennis Martin's perfect game against the Dodgers in '91. Hideo Nomo's no-hitter in '96 against the Rockies, and the 4 consecutive home runs against the San Diego Padres in '06. He's been here for all these moments, and he has a great memory. So I'm gonna start by saying that he's my idol. He's the reason why I got into sports broadcasting, why I'm even here right now, why I love it. The first time I went to a Dodger game, which was in '05, it was the Dodgers versus Giants game. Giants won 6-0. I snuck my own food in. I believe we were sitting. Was it right field or left field? I'm not too sure, but we were sitting in the outfield, and someone had a radio on, and Vince Scully was on the radio, and I just heard him talking, and I just thought it was so amazing. I don't know what it was about it that night, but the Dodgers got destroyed that game. It's not a fun game for anyone by any means. It was something else. And just by that moment, I just started watching more and more sports. And soon the love for the games, the love for talking, the love for reporting just came with it too. I can't explain it. Can you? But Vince Scully is my hero. I love listening to Dodger games with him, and I love just everything about it. Please. No, it's all good. But I'm gonna tell you why you can't be the next Vince Scully. You can't call yourself the next Vince Scully until you are 50 years into your career with one team as a broadcaster. You cannot call yourself the next Vince Scully. You can call yourself the next Dodgers broadcaster. That's fine. But not the next Vince Scully. Wanna know why? Because you would be disgracing the name. You'd be embarrassing yourself if you called yourself that, because you're not worthy of that. No one is worthy of that. Because Vin broadcasts a game, he tells a story. You learn more about baseball as a person when you watch a Dodger game. It doesn't matter if the Dodgers are up by 10 or losing by 10. You'll learn about a player, about his high school days, about how he would play in a championship game and won it with a home run. And you'd be like, I didn't know that happened. Do you care? Maybe you don't. But you find out about these stories because of Vin. Now, I have a pretty good memory too. And I could maybe do a Vin Scully-like broadcast for maybe 5 innings. But after that, I probably would have used up all my memories. That's pretty good. But then again, I'm not a very good broadcaster. I'm more of a radio guy or TV guy. Not very good play-by-play. Could try my hand at it. I could try my hand at it, but I don't know about that. But back to the subject. I see a lot of these kids, and I heard a kid at camp that said he is going to be the next Vin Scully, and I just thought to myself, you got a load of work. I hope you drastically age to 50 years old, because that's how long it's going to take you to get as good as Vin. You're nowhere close to how good Vin is unless you've been with the team for years. You've seen World Series, you've seen amazing plays, you've seen the impossible happen. You're never going to be as good as him. Vin Scully is the greatest broadcaster of all time. Argue with me or not, if he's not the greatest, he's definitely top 5. Some idiot at camp told me the Twins broadcasters are better than Vin Scully. But then again, he was wrong. I'll make the defense right now. Vin, this is a little off topic too. He is slipping. He says stuff sometimes I'm just like, wait, what? But he's still, he could have a disease, Alzheimer's, dementia. He'd still be better than most of these stupid broadcasters in the league. I heard my colleague Jacob Seuss told me that the one he doesn't like, the broadcaster he doesn't like, is the White Sox, I think, just because they're so annoying. And yeah, there's some guys who aren't really made out to be part of, be part of the league or be part of that elite club of broadcasters. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But the reasons why you can't be Vin Scully, you have to be with the team for at least 50 years to even be considered. You gotta have a great memory. You gotta tell the story like Vin. I don't like it when people say, I'm gonna be the next Vin Scully. You can say you're gonna be the next Dodgers broadcaster. That's fine with me. But don't ever replace Vin. You don't hear the Cubs broadcaster saying they're gonna be the next Harry Carey. You never hear another guy saying that they're gonna be the next John Madden. Okay? It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. I would love to broadcast for the Dodgers. That would be my dream. Well, one of my dreams, but I'd rather not do it if I'm not gonna be good than to do it and just embarrass myself on the air. I don't know if I'm gonna ever be good enough for that position. I'm not sure if anyone will ever be that good for that position. You gotta. It's not about knowledge a lot of times. Just being a broadcaster, and if you're a broadcaster and journalist and you know this, you usually have a stat guy who'll tell you everything. But it's the memories. It's remembering specific things about certain people on specific teams in certain years. That's what makes it Vin Scully caliber broadcasting. It's not something you can teach. It's something you have over time. Something you get from listening to Vin every day on the radio, on the television, listening to his past broadcasts. I have a list, okay? I'm gonna get speech therapy to help myself because I'm a mess over here. You can't get what Vin Scully has from anything that you can get at a broadcasting camp. You have to just listen, hope you absorb it, and go out there and perform because you're not gonna get that anywhere else. I guarantee you that. The way he presents himself, his humbleness, the way he, even though he's been with the Dodgers for 63 years, the way if you just listen to him for the first time, you couldn't tell which team he's cheering for. And even to this day, I wonder whether or not he actually cheers for the Dodgers because he does get excited for other calls. It's the love for the game, and even though he loves the Dodgers, I will respect that too. He is just a great guy. I admire him greatly. I was able to meet his grandson when I was at USC. I just think it's great. I think that he's going in the Baseball Hall of Fame. I think. I don't know what else you could give him. I was there in 2008 when they gave him a plaque at the Los Angeles Coliseum. I was there last year for Vin Scully bobblehead night. Though the Dodgers seem like they can't win on those type of nights, but I don't know. I don't know if there's any other award you could possibly give him. The joy he's brought to millions of fans across the nation, his voice, his sound, can never be replaced. And if anyone were try to replace it, I can't imagine how it would be like. Because there's only one Vin Scully. There might be 100 different Dodger broadcasters, but there's only one Vin Scully. If you want to put in the work, the effort, the time, the humbleness, the joy of the game, the knowledge, the memories, the heart, and the everything that goes into what Vin Scully does in your broadcast, in your personal broadcast, you can try. But I don't know if you're going to impress me, and I don't know if you're going to impress the rest of Dodger Nation. Because Vin Scully is better than you. And until you put all those together and try, which that's never going to happen. You're never going to be better than Vin Scully. That's all I have for today's broadcast. Thank you for listening. Have a great Friday, everyone.